Batman is scary. Well, at least I think he should be. Anyone who knows anything about Batman will understand that he wants to instill fear into the hearts of his enemies. His suit and symbol are warnings to every criminal in Gotham that justice will be served. Or it's just an excuse for a one percenter to dress up in pajamas and practice karate on the poor and mentally ill. Ah! Please, I have a wife and kids.
Tell them Daddy's gonna be home late. Oh, Bat Punch!
Anyways, I understand that Bruce is trying to intimidate others when dressing up as a bat, but honestly, when I see this, I'm not scared. I think it looks cool, but it's not scary. Granted, this is just a picture, and I'm not seeing a man breaking the bones of people around me and flying into the night, but you catch what I'm saying, right? I can only speak for myself, but I haven't seen a Batman show or movie that legitimately made me scared of Batman. Some of you may point to Batman Begins, where the movie's central theme was fear. I do think the film did a terrific job showing how Bruce conquered his fear, but I felt that they could have dived even deeper with him embodying it.
To conquer fear, you must become fear.
But that's the whole point of him dressing
Up as a bat, Randy!
I know, I understand that. And I love Batman Begins. But like I said, I wasn't scared. And I think that's a missed opportunity. The only time I was legitimately scared of Batman was playing Arkham Knight. The final sequence where I got to play as Joker made me realize, wow, if I was a bad guy, fighting Batman would be utterly terrifying. The first-person gameplay accompanied by the uneasy music in the background creates a thrilling video game sequence. And then I thought to myself, this shouldn't just be a sequence. This should be an entire game. Imagine a first-person survival horror game where you play as the bad guy and the monster you're trying to escape from is the Batman. Let's call this game a Dark Knight. Get it? Because Batman, he's the Dark Knight. It's nighttime. Puns. My game will take heavy inspiration from the Arkham series and the popular horror game Dead by Daylight. You know what, in that case, let's change the name to Dead by Dark Knight. How's that sound?
Lame!
For the first phase of my game, there will be 3 stages. Each stage will have its own unique aesthetic and a different villain you work under. You and 3 other players will be called goons. Your job is to complete specific objectives in order to win the game. Different stages will include its own exclusive set of tasks, but I can imagine some general ones that will overlap between stages. Given that this is a team-based game, in-game voice chat will be added for players to communicate with each other. You know what? As I'm saying these ideas out loud, I realize that this is starting to sound a lot like Among Us, so take that as you will. The first stage will be the Gotham City Bank, and you'll be working under Two-Face. Players in this area will have to steal money, plant explosives, keep hostages, and drive away in a truck carrying your stolen goods. The second stage will be the Gotham Science Laboratory. In this level, you'll be one of Mr. Freeze's henchmen. Players will have to hack different computers, steal blueprints, and conduct experiments. The third stage will be the Ace Chemical Plant, where you will work under the Joker. Henchmen in this level will have to transport cargo, steal important documents and money, and dump chemicals into the Gotham River. So that all sounds easy enough, right? Now the catch is, you have to do all these tasks while Batman is trying to foil your plans. Have fun! Let's dispel the idea of Batman being a hero. He's now your enemy. To the bad guys, Batman is a monster. I think one reason why Batman fails to instill fear in his movies and shows is because he's portrayed as a sympathetic protagonist. We see Bruce Wayne as a person with human limits, but to the goons, he's an urban legend with supernatural qualities. He's a phantom that can be anywhere in the dark. In 1 second, he can pull one of your allies into the shadows, and fighting back seems futile. This version will be similar to the Batman in the end of Arkham Knight. If you don't know, towards the end of that game, everyone in Gotham finds out Bruce Wayne is Batman. Bruce sets up a protocol where it seems like him and Alfred just blew themselves up so people will believe they're dead. Fast forward into the future, a new Batman emerges. Only this time, he's very, very different. The Dark Knight isn't even human. It's heavily hinted that this new Batman is Bruce Wayne, but he was able to use Scarecrow's fear toxin to make himself appear more like a monster. a demon. In my game, this would be Batman. He's not so much a man anymore, but a myth. He'll act as an otherworldly figure that haunts the criminals of Gotham. Let's keep Scarecrow's fear toxin from Arkham Knight. Every time Batman is around, the player's perception of reality twists. Environments begin to transform into nightmarish versions of themselves, all while the sound of squealing bats ring against your ears as Batman stalks you and the others. So, how would you defeat this version of Batman in the game? The answer is, you can't. You really only have two options: hide or fight. To hide, all you can really do is run for your life and look for a locker or crevice to hole up in. For people who want to fight, the default loadout for players is an automatic rifle and a flashlight. Ammo is limited, so you can't just shoot to your heart's content, but even if you do manage to hit Batman, it only stuns him or wards him off temporarily. As players complete tasks, they earn credit to upgrade their equipment. Let's say I just finished hacking a computer. Now I have enough credit to buy more ammo or upgrade my flashlight to night vision goggles. Similar to the damage and hook system in Dead by Daylight, if the Batman gets a hold of you, players receive damage. As a response, players can heal each other or themselves with a medkit they purchased. When players take enough damage, they'll be cocooned. This is equivalent to being hooked in Dead by Daylight. Players can try to escape by themselves with a rare rate of success, or call on others for help. If players don't escape in time, they will quote-unquote die. But Batman doesn't kill, so even if it looks like the player is about to die, they're actually just incapacitated. Remember, Batman is using fear toxins, so there will be a lot of horror-inspired hallucinations witnessed in-game. When players are cocooned 3 times by Batman, they'll be permanently immobilized and unable to play throughout the rest of the game. So, what happens when all your friends are cocooned and you're the only one left? I know I said that players can win by completing all the objectives, but if you're the sole survivor of your group, you can win by escaping the facility you're in before time runs out. But yeah, I just think people are ready for a different take on Batman that focuses on the horror aspect of his character. And a game that puts you in the shoes of his enemies is a great way for people to see how scary Batman can really be. As a side note, that's why I'm excited for the upcoming Batman film starring Robert Pattinson. From what I've read, they're taking a unique approach to the movie by bringing horror elements, along with it being a neo-noir film. Anyways guys, what are your thoughts on my game? Do you think it's cool? What would you add or remove? If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more what-if videos and video essays from me. And until next time, peace out.
I am the night.